What's up, you guys? I am super excited to finally be bringing you this video. We are doing a first look at the brand new Caza OV whitetail pattern from Pnuma Outdoors. I had the honor of testing it since this last fall, so I've been running it for a while now. And I'm going to walk you through all of the new pieces in the lineup so you can make some informed decisions on if it's right for you and how you can integrate it into a system to make you even more efficient this coming season. If you guys are unfamiliar with Pnuma Outdoors, they're a Texas-based company that has been making innovative and performance-driven hunting clothing for a long time now, but they wanted to get back to their roots and focus more heavily on the whitetail. The new Caza OV pattern was designed for the hunter in an elevated position, and it's made up of both micro and macro shapes, which help distort a deer's depth perception and break up the outline of a hunter. And the color scheme was designed to mimic the sky peeking through the treetops, as well as to blend into the lichen on the tree trunk itself. What Pnuma figured out through the testing is that it's much more versatile than what it was originally intended for, which is how it got its name, OV, optimum versatility. And I can attest to this. I'm a running gun deer hunter. I hunted 4 different states last year wearing this camo, and I never know if I'm gonna end up in a tree or on the ground hunting. So it's nice to have a pattern that's gonna blend in no matter what situation you're in. Without further ado, let's dive in and actually look at all of the new products. But really quickly, please do me a huge favor and like this video. And if you're planning on buying anything from Pnuma's website, use the code NSO20 and save 20% off your order. So what we have here is the Renegade Swift quarter zip. It is a 4-way stretch polyester spandex blend. It is extremely lightweight. It's gonna wick moisture and keep you dry. It has a UPF rating of 50 plus, so it's gonna protect you from the sun on those early season hunts. It has polygene technology, so it's gonna actively destroy odor-causing bacteria. It has a water-resistant DWR finish, and all of Pnuma's products are covered by their lifetime warranty, which I really appreciate. But this is a great piece as an outer layer for those early season hunts. But I found myself wearing it deeper into the season. I would hike into my spots wearing just this up top, so I didn't sweat a lot. Once I got settled in my tree, I would add additional layers and use this as a base layer. Down below, we have the Prevail pant, and the Prevail pant is their early season pant. They are super lightweight and extremely fast drying. They are a 4-way stretch material to give you additional mobility as you're hiking into your spot, or if you're in a spot and stalk situation. They have the water-resistant DWR finish and the polygene technology to make sure that you do not stink no matter how many days in a row you wear these things. They have all YKK zippers, so you have your normal pant pocket here, and then you have a zippered thigh pocket to store any of your gear securely so it doesn't fall out. You have a back pocket with a zipper on it, so that way your wallet doesn't fall out. And then my favorite feature of these pants is the side vents. It's a very thin mesh. It's gonna allow a lot of heat to escape on both sides. And you're hiking in, you got a lot of heat going on in your undercarriage. That's gonna help cool things down. It's gonna help prevent you from sweating as much and just give you an overall more comfortable experience in the field. The Prevail pant also comes in a solid, so you can see the side vent here. And then up top we have the Renegade Swift hoodie. So it's just like the quarter zip, but it has an articulated hood and a zippered chest pocket, so if you wanted to store something securely up there. But I really like how long this is cut, so that way when you're sitting on a tree stand, it's not riding up your back. But I really like this piece, and again, this is great for the early season as an outer layer, or it's good as a base layer as it gets later into the season. Wear this in so you're not sweating a bunch hiking into your spot. Once you get into your spot, put on some outer layers to make sure that you're gonna stay warm, and this piece is gonna wick moisture away from your body to make sure that you stay warm. Next up, and definitely my favorite line, is the Ventus series. The Ventus series is your windproof mid-season gear. You can wear it when it's just a little bit cool and then layer into it to get you deep into the rut. But this is a micro fleece exterior for added warmth and to make you dead silent. It has that DWR finish, so it's going to be water repellent. It has polygene technology to kill any odor causing bacteria, and it's got YKK zippers. You got the pockets on the sides. You have double chest pockets if you want to put a grunt tube or your release there. And then it also has the articulated hood, and I really like it. It's not in your peripheral at all. Keeps your head and your ears warm. Like I mentioned, it has wind blocker, so it's gonna stop wind dead in its tracks. And then it has an interior hex fleece lining for added warmth and heat distribution. The Ventus jacket is heat mapped, so it's gonna have 100 grams of Primaloft silver insulation in the torso and then 60 grams in the arms, as well as the pants. So it's gonna keep what's most important the warmest. There's also a Ventus beanie, which I wear a ton, as well as Ventus gloves, which I do not have yet, and I'm excited to get my hands on them because they look awesome. One feature about these pants that I really like is that there is a zipper up the leg, which makes getting dressed at your tree very nice. I very rarely wear my outer layers into a spot. I generally hike in with as light of clothing as possible, and then when I'm either at my tree or close to my tree, I'll get dressed. Now we have the Torrent series, and the Torrent series is your insulated waterproof layering system. So this actually has a jacket and bib, and there's also a pant that goes along with it. So the jacket has a nice articulated hood. It has adjustability everywhere. It has cuffs that you can tighten up, make sure that rain, sleet, snow is not getting into your arms. It has waterproof zippers for both your chest pockets. You got the side pockets here. And then what I'm the biggest fan of is these side vents. They pass all the way through to your underlayers. So if you need to get something from a pocket in an underlayer, you can, or I'll just open these up and breathe. But despite being waterproof and wind resistant, even without the vent, this jacket is extremely breathable. I did a lot of still hunting in the muzzleloader season wearing this layering system, and I was amazed at how little I sweat, but I was still warm enough when I would stay stationary for a long period of time. So it's an incredible system, and for being waterproof, it's incredibly quiet. On the inside of the jacket, we have that interior hex fleece lining that's gonna help distribute heat, and then this jacket is heat mapped. So on the torso, it's got 100 grams of Primaloft silver insulation, 60 grams on the arms. The bib is 100 gram Primaloft silver insulation. All of them have that polygene technology that's gonna kill odor-causing bacteria. And then these bibs have an extremely tall side zipper. So all the way from my hip all the way down. It's gonna allow me to get dressed with boots on my feet, be able to put these bibs on or take them off. And then the other thing I like about that is there's a top zipper. So if I get to my tree and I'm sweating, it's not actively raining, I can, from the top, zip down and vent from my hip all the way down to my ankles. Pnuma absolutely knocked this out of the park. There is not a better waterproof, breathable system out there in my opinion. Last but not least is the High Point series, and I'm about to have a heat stroke just wearing this right now. But this is your extreme cold weather gear. Bow hunting in the Midwest, it could be 40 degrees in November and it could be -15, so you have to be ready for everything in between. This is what I'm wearing when it's really cold out. So the jacket itself has 200 grams of Primaloft silver insulation in the torso and 133 grams in the arm, and then the pants are 200 grams of Primaloft silver insulation. It's made up of a high nap Berber fleece. The inner sleeves have a micro fleece to make sure it doesn't get in the way of your archery shots. It's still gonna allow articulated motions. You have the DWR water resistant finish and the polygene odor killing technology. It has wind blocker, so it's gonna cut out those nasty cold winds. And then on the inside, you have that hex fleece interior lining, which is gonna help distribute heat and add additional warmth. The pants have that high zip to help dress in the field. I might actually collapse putting all this stuff on. But there's also a nut gaiter, a beanie, hand warmer, and then we have the pop top fleece mittens, which are extremely cool. I don't normally wear mittens while I'm bow hunting, but this has a flip thumb and flip mitt. I had to take that stuff off before I passed out, but the last thing I want to touch on from the High Point series is their tree stand backpack. And as you can see, this backpack is covered in that Berber fleece outer layer, so it's extremely quiet. But what's so cool about this backpack is it's got this inverted pocket. Has really nice zippers, but once you get up in your tree, hang up your backpack on a gear hook, you open up that main compartment, and then there's these front-facing storage pockets perfectly designed to use out of a tree stand. It has a dump quick grab pouch here with just an elastic closure, so if you want to put your gloves or something that you need readily available in there. And then on the very front there's actually a magnetic closure pocket, so maybe your snacks or something you want access to, but you don't want to be using zippers because you want to be quiet. You have this magnetic closure, and it's a strong magnet. It's going to stay closed. And then you have dump pouches on each of the side, large enough to fit an Nalgene water bottle, which is critical for me. There's also side compression straps and a bottom compression strap, and these gear loops if you wanted to hook something on them with a carabiner. So super well thought out. I haven't used this backpack a ton. With all the saddle hunting that I do, this backpack isn't quite the right style for me, but for somebody just looking to transport their gear to and from their tree stand or their blind, this is an awesome backpack. If you guys have questions about any of these specific pieces, drop those below in the comments. But I'm super excited for Pnuma to launch these products. For the longest time, Whitetail Camo has been ran by one or two different companies in my opinion, and I think Pnuma is going to be right there at the top with them. This is top-notch technical hunting clothing, and it's only going to get better over time. It's an extremely versatile pattern, and I'm super excited for you guys to get your hands on it. Remember, if you're going to order some, use code NSO20. Save 20% off your order. But make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next video.